everyone and welcome to my kitchen. Today and all of this month we are featuring this adorable book, Sugar and Spice and All Things Nice. Today we are making Devil's Food Cake. So this is a quick mix Devil's Food Cake. What that means is we're going to make our own box mix and then we're going to add everything else to it. This cake recipe has cake flour, cocoa powder, salt, baking soda, 1 egg, sweet milk. Now I had to Google what sweet milk was. All it means is normal milk to us, but people used to drink buttermilk. So you don't want buttermilk, you just want whole milk. I added my vanilla to this already. And then again it says ask mom what kind of shortening you should use, and this mom loves butter. We're going to sift all of our dry ingredients together, and this is so we don't have any lumps and it's nice and smooth. Then we're going to add our butter on top. Once that's all in there, we're going to add our milk and start to mash it all up. The book says to mix it by hand and that you should count to 100. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After you've got that all mixed together, you can then add your egg. Once the egg is in there, count to 200 and you should be good. 200, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 200. Whew, we did it. Good job. Okay, I did notice that it did make it pretty light and fluffy, so all of that mixing is definitely worth your time. We have 2 greased and floured cake pans. All we're going to do is fill them and then stick them in the oven to bake. Our oven is at 350 degrees and they're going to bake for 20 minutes, it says. We have our oven set at 350 degrees. They are all ready to go in. See you guys in 20 minutes. For this Devil's Food Cake recipe, we are going to make a Mocha Icing. We're going to start off with strong coffee. And I have these little packets of instant coffee from Starbucks. Gotta figure out how to open it. Tear here. Yeah, right. Oh, got it. These packets say to add 8 ounces of water, but we want our coffee to be strong, so I'm going to add half of that. To your coffee, you're going to add 2 teaspoons of heavy cream. Then you're going to take 2 tablespoons of your strong coffee and add it to your butter and your cocoa powder. Then it says to beat vigorously. A little too much. That hot water helps to break up and dissolve the cocoa powder and then also melt your butter. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Once you no longer see any butter chunks, you can go ahead and add 2 cups of confectioner sugar. Mix slowly so you don't make a mess. And then mix vigorously again. Once that's all combined, you can add your salt and your vanilla. And then mix until it's smooth enough to spread onto your cake. We're all done. And our cake should be ready to come out of the oven in just a second. Just a second. There it is. Let's see if they're done. They're perfect. And 2. Ta-da! Now I'm going to stick them in the fridge and let them completely cool before we ice them. While they're cooling in the fridge, I'm going to try some of this icing. That's really good. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can wait to frost the cake. Willpower. Our cakes are nice and cool, so now we can start assembling them. Whenever you put a cake together, you want the flat side up. This guy has a little imperfection, so I'm going to put him on the bottom. No one's going to know. Before you attach him, put a little bit of icing on your cake stand. And give him a little press. I use an ice cream scooper to make sure that I have an even amount of icing on each layer. I'm going to take 1 generous scoop here. And then take my offset and move it back and forth. All the way to the edges. If you need to turn your cake stand, that helps too. first layer is done. Now let's add the second one. Bottom goes on top so it's nice and flat. Center it up. Give it a press. Now add your scoop of icing. Again, rotate your cake stand so you can get all the way to the edge. Now that the top is nice and flat, we're going to take our offset and work on the sides. So go ahead and get a good heaping amount on your offset spatula. Press it against the side of the cake, and using the tip of your offset, work it down in a wiggly motion. Once one side is done, grab some more and repeat. We have our last little bit of icing just to finish off this little bit right here. Alright, we are all frosted. Now right now, it's kind of cute. We're going to add a little design using our offset just by going around and pressing back and forth up all the way around. We need to clean up the edges, so go ahead and take a napkin on your finger and just go around. Clean up all that extra frosting. Nobody needs to know you made a mess. Now that your edges are all clean, I'm going to go ahead and take my mix of party sprinkles here and go around the edge. I think every cake is better with sprinkles. There we go. Now this cake was so easy and the frosting is so delicious that I think it deserves a crown. A cake fit for a king. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss all the videos that I post every Sunday at 9 o'clock. Please also follow me on Instagram. It's Peach Betty Morgan. And then for more vintage inspiration, please follow Southeast Michigan Vintage. Alright guys, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.